Hello and welcome to this edition of Shawnee Extra, a news program that provides information about Shawnee High School to the viewing audience of the Lenape Regional High School District. I'm Veronica Robertson, joined by Jack Byrne.
Coach Brian Anderson and the Shawnee boys baseball team strive to create an environment of perseverance and sportsmanship while winning as many games as possible. Veronica Robertson spoke with Coach Anderson along with team captain Sean Heslin to give us an inside look at this hard-working team.
Hello, I'm Veronica Robertson reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Shawnee baseball team is an Olympic conference level team equipped with great coaches and skilled, dedicated players. I had the chance to sit down with the team coach, Mr. Anderson, and the team captain, Sean Heslin.
Baseball in Medford has been very competitive over the years, and last year we ended up taking our lumps for the first time in a while, and we think that we're in a position to really kind of put ourselves back as one of the top teams in the area.
I just think baseball is a fun sport to play, being with your friends, and I enjoy my time on the field. We're all together for about 3 months, every day after school for 3 to 4 hours, so we kind of have to get to know each other. I'm
really lucky to have some great guys. They work hard, they're accountable, they aren't looking to make excuses, they come out and compete. I mean, we have tough practices, we're working hard workouts coming in the morning, getting extra hitting, extra fielding practice. So, I mean, we're definitely taking steps in the right direction and becoming a good team. And this year we only have 2 seniors. We have a really strong junior class, but the combination of the 2 seniors' leadership and the juniors' ability level, we feel real good about this year and the years to come. Being a captain means a lot. I mean, you get to represent your team, you get to help the younger guys out, help them develop and become better players, and it's an honor. We put a lot of time as coaches to make sure that we keep things moving and keep the game moving, because I think when you see the game played right, it's a really exciting game. Being on the baseball team, I mean, you got to work hard every day. You got to have great hand-eye coordination to hit the field. You got to focus. You got to know what you're doing. You get the ball, and yeah.
The Shawnee Renegade baseball team will continue to fight their way through this season in the Olympic Conference. And who knows, you may even see one of these star players in the MLB someday. I'd like to thank Mr. Anderson and Sean Heslin for speaking with me. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Veronica Robertson, sending it back to the news desk.
The boys lacrosse team has been working hard in hopes of a great year. Owen Volkerick had the chance to talk to player Jack Warren as well as head coach Eric Stilley.
Hello, I'm Owen Volkerick reporting for Shawnee Extra. This year, the Shawnee boys lacrosse is set on another season. I had the chance to talk to head coach Eric Stilley as well as one of his players.
We're coming off a strong year from last year where we're 17-2. A very strong senior leadership group coming back that I'm relying on to kind of get this team through the season.
We have a really strong group of guys, really strong senior leadership. We have a lot of talent, and every year we come out, look to compete for a state title and win our conference like we've done consecutively.
We like to be in our American Olympic Conference. We'd like to compete for the conference championship again. We've won 13 years in a row now. We'd like to make it 14.
Every year we come out with a positive attitude, looking to win the conference and then the South Jersey title and hopefully state championship as well. That's the main goal every year.
You know, competition South Jersey, it's high. It's getting better and better. I used to play, you know, when I was here at Shawnee, you know, it's much different. Competition is a lot higher than it used to be when I was here. My seniors this year are the first group. They were freshmen when I first came in, so I've gotten to see these guys grow for 4 years now. Team philosophy, at the end of the day, it's hard work. It's the fact that these guys are coming in, working hard every day, learning from their mistakes, learning from their success, and moving on.
As the season goes on, I think that our team's really going to come together more. We're going to start to gel, build our team chemistry, and I think that we're going to look to complete a really great season and make a strong run in the playoffs.
My message to my players this year is to have a good time, to have fun. You know, obviously put that hard work in that they need to put in, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and it's something they're learning from. They learn from being out in that field, and the hope is that they take something later on in life, not just from, you know, playing lacrosse, but something as far as, you know, when they're older, they have families, and making right decisions as they get older.
The boys lacrosse team trains hard every day to put their best effort on the field. I'd like to thank Coach Lee as well as his players for speaking with me. I'm Owen Volkerick for Shawnee Extra. Back to the studio.
As the school year comes to a close, the sophomores at Shawnee High School are preparing to take their permit tests. But have no fear, parents, because students can learn how to drive on simulation machines in the driver's education classroom before they get behind the wheel for real. Alex Fury stopped by to find out more.
Hello, I'm Alex Fury reporting for Shawnee Extra. At Shawnee High School, your sophomore year of health turns into driver's education. teaching students the proper rules of the road and even how to drive thanks to 5 simulators. The simulators teach the students about defensive driving while improving and critiquing their skills along the road. I had the opportunity of speaking with Miss Johnson and a few students taking the class.
We actually got the simulators, unfortunately, through the death of a student here at Shawnee High School. Ryan Fitzpatrick had passed away from a motor vehicle accident, and the family decided to create a foundation, and this foundation gifted and donated some of these simulators to help the students understand the importance of defensive driving procedures and safety out on the road.
Lessons work as in it's like from lesson 1 to 12. Click on the lesson, you can practice it, and then take the assessment.
So the simulator teaches them to only drive with one foot, how to hover their foot over the brakes, how to perform basic steering maneuvers, and just overall would aid them in becoming a better defensive driver for the community of Medford.
So you you're driving on the road shoulder, or you didn't turn on your signal when within 100 feet. You brake too hard, you brake too soon, you accelerate too fast. I feel like you gotta kind of have an imagination, feel like you're driving, having passengers in the car, and gotta take it serious. I mean, you're gonna be driving soon.
The driving simulators at Shawnee help students increase their driving skill while practicing in a safe environment. Also, remember to try to do your best to follow the district motto of heads up, eyes forward. I'd like to thank Miss Johnson and her students for speaking with me. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Alex Fury, back to the studio.
Every spring, many student athletes run, jump, and throw for the Shawnee boys track and field team. Jack Byrne got the chance to speak with Coach Harris and junior thrower David Gatorovich.
Hello, I'm Jack Byrne reporting for Shawnee Extra. Every year, spring comes rolling in, and that means it's track season. Shawnee boys track and field has been a crucial part of Shawnee athletics for many years. I had the chance to speak with Coach Harris and some important competitors on the team.
Spring track is a wonderful program that we have here at Shawnee with a nice facility, wonderful fields, wonderful coaches with some nice equipment, an opportunity for kids to come out and express themselves as athletes.
Shawnee track means a lot to me. I mean, as a student athlete and a competitor, I love the sport. I compete in the shot put and discus, 2 field events, throwing events.
The seniors, they kind of set the tone for how kids should be at practice, how they should act, pace in which they should run, the distance in which they should throw, and the attitude that they should have. What we'd like to see is even though a kid may not be running on the track or throwing, but seeing the sprinters go over and see how the throwers are doing, or the distance kids go over and see how the pole vaulters are doing, things like that. What I'd like to tell them is, by the end of the season, the only thing I've taught you is how to be a better athlete than I failed you as a coach. So I'd like to teach them some life lessons as well.
The best part is just competing for a good team and being part of a great program that Shawnee is. I'm just a competitive guy, so whenever somebody's beating me or ahead of me, I always got to get that extra edge and beat them.
I believe benefits of school because it's a wonderful opportunity for kids who weren't necessarily as good in another sport. There's a lot more variety of things that you can do, whether it's throwing something, sprinting something, jumping something, or running a great distance. There's a lot more variety.
Always, cheer them on, motivate them during their events, and just make sure you give them positive insight about what they're doing. My goals are obviously, to PR, personal record in both my events, and lead my track team, to do great things.
Shawnee boys track has done an excellent job this season. Let's hope they keep it up. All the runners, throwers, and jumpers put their heart out on the track and field. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Jack Byrne, bringing it back to the studio.
A small group of Shawnee students has been working hard to produce a student-run production of The Addams Family. Katie Bushinsky had the opportunity to speak with some of the students involved in this production. Let's see what they had to say.
Hello, my name is Katie Bushinsky. This year, Shawnee High School is putting on a student-run production of The Addams Family. I had the opportunity to speak to director Rachel Robbins, vocal director Chrissy Bisbee, and cast member Kiera Fisher, who had a lot to say about this production.
Working with a smaller cast is definitely a different experience than working with a larger cast. There's positives and negatives. With some of the larger ensemble scenes that might be filled on such a big stage, it can be challenging to provide that same intensity with the bigger ensemble numbers and stuff like that in the show. But at the same time, it's really nice being able to just have a smaller community to communicate with, and as well as having a tighter community of family in the cast. It's also easier to work within rehearsals. Oh, if you're not there, we can just pick up, the next time. There's not a bunch of people to catch up. It's just easier to fill each other in, which is really nice with our small amount of time that we have.
This year, for my senior year, I wanted to take on the challenge of not being in the show, and it's actually been a rewarding experience to not be in it and to get to be behind the scenes and see how everything works like that.
So I think the best thing about running a student-run show is the performance. When they've just finished the first act or they've just finished the show, it's that big moment where everybody stands up and there's this huge applause and you just sit back and you're like, we did it. We put on a show and we made everything possible by our own drive to want to do this. And I think that is the best and the most rewarding feeling in the world, is when everybody stands up and applauds. And that feeling, that energy, that vibe in the room is just, it's incredible. It's indescribable.
Student-run productions take a lot of time and effort. I want to thank Kira Fisher, Rachel Robbins, and Chrissy Bisbee for taking time out of their rehearsal to speak with me. I'm Katie Buczynski. Back to the news desk.
The Shawnee Mural Club works hard to make sure our school's hallways look beautiful. Stephanie Wilson had the chance to learn more about this club and its members.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Wilson, reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Mural Club works hours on end, ensuring our school is beautifully decorated with amazing murals. I had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Barilski and Grace Gibson, the vice president of the program.
Well, the Mural Club started, I guess it's been 4 years now, with Maddie Weicker. She was a Girl Scout, and this was her senior service project to get a mural club started at Shawnee.
What we do is we come up with ideas with things we'd like to use to decorate the walls of our school, and then we get them approved, and then we carry out painting them. A lot of times we get teachers who come to us with requests for a mural, something they'd like in the classroom or something they'd like to see around school, or we get ideas of our own that we'd like to put up in the school that we think other people will enjoy, and we've had an ongoing process actually of painting murals to express the No Place for Hate.
We just finished a No Place for Hate mural. We finished the choral room, and we are diligently working to finish the mural that never ends, which is the media center, and it will be done. It will be done.
Some of them, like the No Place for Hate ones, also express ideas that we feel passionately about and help remind students of things that they should pay attention to.
They get to work, they get out the materials, they know what they're doing, and they're committed to completing it and to doing something that they have pride in and that they want other people to look at and enjoy.
We can't really originate things, we have to just build on things that other people have painted. And because these are such large projects, it's impossible for one person to complete it alone. So it's inspiring to know that when you start something, there's going to be another student who is going to pick it up and going to finish it out really well.
You can find the students' artwork here throughout the halls of Shawnee High School. I'd like to thank Ms. Barilski and Grace Gibson for talking to us today. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Stephanie Wilson. Now back to the studio.
Coach Joseph Kessler and the Shawnee golf team strive to do their best and work hard on the course. Nadiv Steinberg had the opportunity to speak with one of Shawnee Golf's best players and the head coach.
Hi, I'm Addams Family reporting for Shawnee Extra. Every year, spring comes around, and that means it's time for golf. Every year, the golf team does an excellent job and look to do much better. We had the opportunity to talk to Coach Kessler and Kevin Haynes. Let's see what they're up to.
I have been a volunteer for the last 5 years, so I'm excited to be the head coach. And you know, they had a very good team last year, and all of them are coming back. So I'm really excited to coach these guys, and they're a great group of kids.
It's a lot of fun after school playing golf. Nothing hard about that, and all my friends are doing it, so it's actually a lot of fun, and that's why I joined the team.
They're great kids. A lot of them have their own golf coaches, and they're members at clubs, and you know, they're the nicest kids. So you know, they're very well respected, and you know, I think their personality it fits right in. I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, I think joining the Shawnee golf team has made me get my game further, and because I'm playing every day, and that really definitely improves the game, practicing and playing every day.
You know, it's to be around them and to help them, and to see them grow, become not only good golfers, but they're great kids, and I enjoy being with them.
Every day when we have a match, you know, all of us have to work and shoot the same low scores for us to win, so that's the biggest challenge of
everybody playing well the same day, and that's the hardest thing to do.
You know, it's an enjoyable game, it's a frustrating game, it's difficult. You know, you never master it, but you try to improve all the time, and it's fun. I really like being part of this game.
Shawnee's golf team have many advanced students that love what they do. They have all done an excellent job this season. All the students and coach have really given it all they got. I'd like to thank Coach Kessler and Kevin Haynes for speaking with me. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Nadeef Steinberg, sending it back to the news desk.
The Shawnee Culinary Club offers students a place where they can learn important kitchen skills in areas such as baking and cooking. Veronica Robertson had the opportunity to sit down with the club's advisor, Mrs. Kathleen Anderson, and a club member, Serena Estacio-Tui.
Hello, I'm Veronica Robertson, reporting for Shawnee Extra. The Shawnee Culinary Club meets twice a month in an effort to dedicate time to teaching students how to bake and cook. I had the chance to sit down with the club's advisor, Mrs. Anderson, and an avid member of the club, Serena Estacio-Tui.
Culinary Club is a student-based organization or activity after school here at Shawnee High School. And the students decide what they would like to make each club meeting. Some of the things we've done are usually holiday related. Students enjoy coming here and making a variety of different things.
In Culinary Club, we get a new recipe every week, and we cook it and we eat it. It's fun being with your friends and cooking and just having a good time. So we walk in, we take attendance. Ms. Anderson will review the recipe with us, making note about special equipment or like how an ingredient should be prepared, and then she'll basically set out the ingredients on the table. Just let us go.
Most of the members of the club are very interested students. They have a passion for cooking. They want to try new things and learn new things. And they're really a fun bunch of students to work with. The Culinary Club, it helps to broaden their experience, and it gives them a chance to try new things. It also gives them a chance to socialize with their friends too.
Culinary Club is like a family because sometimes you fight with the people and sometimes you get along, especially when you're doing the recipe and figuring out who gets to do what. But in the end, you make a great meal and you get to sit down and eat together.
The Shawnee Culinary Club teaches students how to bake, cook, and decorate for all sorts of occasions. They learn many valuable kitchen skills that they will use for the rest of their lives. I'd like to thank Mrs. Anderson and Serena for talking with me. For Shawnee Extra, I'm Veronica Robertson, sending it back to the news desk.
The boys tennis team here at Shawnee has won championships for the past 3 years. Sean Herb had the chance to see how the reigning champions practiced.
Hello, I'm Sean Herb, reporting for Shawnee Extra. Every spring, the boys tennis team storms the court to take on the competition. I had a chance to speak with Mr. Baker, the head coach, and Andrew Corwin, one of the captains. Let's see what they have to say.
Tennis is a sport that I think is overlooked by many people, and it's not as respected as I think it should be. I think that the athletic ability is something that people often overlook, and I would say that you need to be very athletic to play tennis, and you have to have mental endurance as well.
Tennis is a great sport for the rest of your life, and I think most of these kids that are playing here will play the rest of their lives, which I think is fantastic. Their interest level now will continue into my age, I hope.
We come out here every day, we practice, we have matches, whatever coach tells us to do. So we do some fitness and some stuff like that just to stay in shape and keep ready for the matches.
Well, once the season starts, we practically have a match every day.
Favorite part, I would say just having a good competitive match where we're having like long rallies and it's just really close. I like the pressure and the intensity that goes into the sport.
Just watching year to year, the team changes, but the interaction of the kids and how they rise to the occasion and keep the tradition going.
Well, this year we're going for our four-peat of Group 4, and that hasn't been done for quite some time, definitely not in tennis here at Shawnee. So we're gonna definitely work hard this season, try to get everybody on the team to increase their level of play, because the team's only as good as their weakest link.
The Shawnee's boys tennis team is always looking to make a racket of competition. Good luck to them this year in their championships. I'd like to thank Mr. Baker and Andrew Corwin for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. Reporting for Shawnee Extra, I'm Sean Herb, now sending it back to the news desk.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Shawnee Extra. Be sure to join us next time for updates on everything Shawnee High School. From all of us here at Shawnee TV, see you next time.